like that at all.
You'll be fine. You'll get used to it.
Also, this game has notes, but the notes are...
So, if I remember right, this one's talking about the storage desks.
No, it's about there's like a specific door that has like a really stupid and ridiculous code for it. It's like you gotta sync the code with the door, and then you gotta put a disk in a different place, and then you gotta find 3 emblems.
Wait, how do we just save?
The game just tells us, like, hey, you want to save?
Oh, I thought you were about to go into a bathroom and save.
Are you sure it wasn't
No,
the panel next to the door?
This isn't No More Heroes. No, the panel next to the door turns on the power for the room.
Oh.
Already? That was quick.
So wait, they're just some
Thanks.
doors that save your game, and they're completely unmarked?
Yeah, I think it's just it's like a checkpoint system that doesn't activate automatically.
Oh god, Are you sure?
Yeah,
We'll find out.
Don't worry, dude. I didn't press anything to make it save for us. I'm not lying to you.
Okay.
Can I just say that last room I love like the early 2000s like cyberspace like going on in the music. It sounded like we were just in the computer.
Yeah,
the
I
music
swear,
in this
System
game.
Shock 2 has this same sound, I bet.
If it's not in System Shock 3, bad game. Never buying it.
So unlike Resident Evil 1, we have this hub area that's like a lobby, but we can actually leave.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no reason to, because we're blocked off by a little bit of rubble that we can't walk over, which I always hate it when people say it, but I'm saying it myself. So
Have you guys played Firewatch?
I've played some of it.
Firewatch
I mean,
has some serious can't climb over the rubble problems. Or
The-
moments,
I-
at least.
I didn't even get past the intro because it kept, for whatever reason, my computer is like, it keeps triggering the anti-surge thing on my computer, even though nothing's happening. So I finally turned it off, but I didn't actually go back to playing the game.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it.
Hey, everyone, go check out our good friend George Widman's review of Firewatch on his channel Super Bunny Hop.
It's
Links in the description below.
Click that like button.
much like how
Subscribe
modern
and
indie
favorite.
games ape the design and kind of like feature set of old survival horror games, Firewatch has a spin on the item description button, in which you point at an item, and instead of having your character have like a text box description like in these old survival horror games, you point at the item, press a button, and another character on a radio talks to you about that item, which I think is
Doesn't
kind
make
of
sense.
clever. Oh, you pointed it, and your guy's like, I'm looking at a
okay.
anesthetic bottle, and then the lady
Okay,
on
because
the...
you didn't. You fucker! You didn't say that, so it sounds like she just knows that you're looking
Yeah,
at
I
something.
know. I apologize, but
Why are you even here?
because I like talking about video games. I thought you invited me. Code and
It's a
input
mistake.
OK devices.
All I can think of when you say that, though, is just like Snake calling to Otacon and Otacon describing things to Snake.
Yeah,
This
That's
is a
almost
match,
what happens
Snake.
in codec calls. This is a cardboard box, Sigint. You'd love to be in this box.
yeah, that's so fucking ridiculous that they have so many lines in 3, and then like in every other game, you barely use the codec for whatever reason. I don't know, like afterwards. I mean, like the amount of lines in 4 are way fewer than in 3, and I don't know why.
Because the HD graphics are expensive.
Oh, that's fair enough. Do you
And
Do you know how
also,
substantial-
voice actors
since-
kind of unionized between those
Yeah.
two gens.
Since we're talking about Metal Gear Solid, which is a franchise we're all big fans of, do you know if and you're a video game journalism man, do you know how true the rumors are that like Metal Gear Solid 4 takes up most of the Blu-ray, but the reason why it takes up most of said Blu-ray is just because it's like uncompressed audio?
I think I have to like look at the files myself to be able to tell, but oh wait. Hang on, when you get out of here, can you press that pause button again? Look at that. That is
Yeah, does like a little fade.
interesting.
I like that.
Yeah.
Resident Evil does that as well.
Oh,
for
don't die
most-
though.
Yeah, Resident Evil does that for most of the games. Usually, though, it doesn't do like a nice like fade. It just darkens the screen. Because remember when everyone had CRTs, everybody?
Oh yeah,
and
those
they
were
didn't
the
want
days.
to burn the image.
I miss CRTs. CRTs were
which-
way better.
My grandma took to mean if you play. She heard that if you leave the game on like one screen too long, it'll burn the image. Come on, why can't I not open my menu? That's fucking weird.
Did your controller stop responding?
No, I don't think it's that. But it's fine. We have a revival kit or whatever.
Nom 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 nom.
They don't actually eat us though, because we have a continue.
Yeah, you just kind of use it and then get back up and teleport
Yeah, but you get back
to
up
the
in,
other
like, a
side of the
different
room.
Yeah, no, for some reason my... Oh, fuck.
No, there you go.
Okay, it's just because I guess I've been playing this game on autopilot so far, because usually I have the open your inventory button mapped to triangle, and right now it's mapped to circle, so I was pressing triangle and it wasn't opening.
So in the panic of the moment, you were pressing the wrong button?
Yeah.
That's understandable. It happens to the best of us.
Anyway, like I said, my grandma heard that if you play video games on the TV and you leave it on one screen, it'll burn the image in your TV.
Skip it. Never mind.
That's fine. She took that to mean...
Oh,
jeez.
oh no.
She took...
Mash!
She took that to mean if you play any game on any TV, it'll ruin the TV.
Grandma's...
So I wasn't allowed to play games at her place
were
because...
so scared of games.
Because she thought it would ruin my TV. She also thought that The Sims was malware. Even legal copies of it, she thought were malware.
She probably saw some episode of The X-Files where someone buys a virus in a store and installs it on their computer.
Don't talk about X-Files with Rosetta around.
You get me started.
Well, okay, good or bad?
Good. I love X-Files.
Okay.
Rosetta fucking loves X-Files.
Because I've been watching some old episodes for the very first time in my life, and I don't know how I feel. I'm enjoying the stories, but the whole concept... It's really weird. I watched all of Twin Peaks and generally enjoyed most of the first season. So going from Twin Peaks to the X-Files, it feels like a kind of... Oh, you gotta menu reload.
No, we have to switch our guns because we ran out of shotgun shells. We don't actually reload in this game. You just shoot until you stop shooting.
Another weird, uncommon thing it does not share with old REs.
Oh yeah, here's a mechanic. We're bleeding. Sometimes you bleed when you get hit, and then you have to use one of these hemostatic medicines to stop bleeding. Otherwise, your health will start going down while you walk. It's a mechanic that they reused in Outbreak.
Okay, because I was thinking that because of the lack of reloading, they maybe wanted this to move faster and a little more active than old REs. But since you still have to open up the menu after combat to use the hemostat, I'm wondering if that ultimately equals out to less or more menu breaks than, and in the overall playthrough.
And to be fair, the whole menu reloading thing, I don't think was necessarily an intended play style. It's just something that a lot of people do because it's faster.
Like the tactical reload in Metal Gear Solid, but that's in the manual. In MGS3, they started printing that in the manuals where they were to quickly reload, unequip, and re-equip the weapon.
Yeah, I love it when that happens, when games have a mechanic that people start abusing and then they make it a real thing.
Yeah.
That's how the why am I stuttering? That's how the eponymous Super Bunny Hop started.
Yeah, because you can retain
glitch.
your momentum while bunny hopping, and it added depth to the game.
Yeah, because it was a physics glitch that they eventually made a thing. I know in a lot of Source games too, there's a thing where if you jump while crouching, you get extra height, and they use that in a few...
They teach you that in the Half-Life tutorial, if I remember right. There was
weird.
oh no, I remember. There was a long jump module you get way late into the game, which made me wonder why I could never nail it after that tutorial.
You were saying about X-Files, though.
X-Files, yeah, okay. It's really weird going from Twin Peaks to the X-Files because I was expecting X-Files to be some cheesy poor man's ripoff of Twin Peaks, but it ended up feeling like a rich man's ripoff of Twin Peaks. The acting and production values are way better, except for the intro was hilarious. The intro, the music to the intro was great, and super scary and amazing and mysterious and intriguing, but the actual images on the screen are like what would count as a Tim and Eric sketch nowadays.
Yeah, Rosanna's favorite is the screaming face.
There's like a
Oh god, I
face.
love the screaming face. My favorite episode of X-Files is the one where they do the Mars face. And like the face on Mars, you know, the rock that we thought looked like a face for the longest time, and it's just haunting this guy at NASA. Like in his dreams, he's falling asleep, and then just the face just comes straight towards him, and he starts screaming.
If that was part of the intro, the face would have like had a Photoshop distortion filter effect applied to it as like Microsoft Word art that said paranormal activity zoomed in and faded away on the screen. It's like how did they not change that intro as like the series went all the way to 2002, I think? Or was it even later?
I think you're right.
Cuz
I'm not sure.
By that time, like that intro would have looked ridiculous.
Also, we got a custom handgun part here. It makes us the handgun custom.
Oh, there's our splash art.
Yeah, we get little thumbnails.
So does it change the kind of ammo?
Yes, you were right. 2002.
We can use different ammo with our gun now. Yeah.
So like, what else was coming out around 2002? Oh God, I'm really bad at remembering things that aren't video games.
That's okay. I have no concept of the passage of time. I spent like our entire Survivor series saying that the game came out in 1999 when it in fact came out in 2000.
2002 movies.
Attack of the Clones, City of
the Twin
God,
Towers,
The Bourne Identity.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's really weird to think of the X-Files as a post 9/11 production.
So imagine in a post 9/11 world, you turn on primetime network affiliate TV and see like this fuzzy VHS picture of a screaming face like distorting in and out with Microsoft Word clip art that says paranormal activity zooming in on the screen, and you just be like, what? This looks like decades behind the times.
A post 9/11 world where on primetime TV we see the phrase "government denies knowledge."
Yeah. Just zooming in on the screen and fading away in front of a completely unrelated, blurry-ass, easy effects
ghost.
image.
Oh, did we get the panel key? I'm not sure. I gotta go check that again.
I just like want to take my camera now and zoom in on a picture of someone standing, someone standing out of frame. I want to zoom in on their picture in their shadow in the frame, and just like make some Microsoft Word click out that says spooky, scary mysteries zooming in. Oh, I wonder if you're supposed to block the door so dinosaurs don't chase you from one room to another.
I don't. No, because you can only move that. Once you start pushing that box, it'll automatically push it until you reveal the item. It's just a way to get items.
Okay.
I hope no one who's watching this legitimately expects me to be playing this game, because this is, if you're interested in an actual playthrough of Dino Crisis, please do not watch this video, because this is just a podcast where we play a game.
She has a huge butt. All right, read that.
Someone said it finally.
See if you can go back and read that note about the. Look at it; it's enormous. See if you can go back and read that note about the DDK discs. That might be our.
I have a walkthrough like right next to me.
Really?
So,
oh, come on! I can't believe you.
Well, like I said, we're not actually playing this game.
Poor sportsmanship right there. Imagine how much fun we'd be having actually trying to solve the
well, I mean,
horror puzzle.
we can totally do that, and then I only need to use the. Okay, so whenever you use this door, it makes you save.
That's super weird.
Yeah, that is really weird.
Did you try clicking that panel? I'm kind of curious. I kind of want to know what's on that panel. If my memory serves me right.
I've said it before. That panel just turns the power in the room on.
I
We've
trust
already
you.
done.
Also, like, seriously, her butt is like a quarter of her whole model. Ah, no! Dinosaur wasn't there before!
She's also, like, wearing it looks like a swimsuit, too.
She's wearing that Metal Gear Solid tactical suit.
Yeah, she has her anti-freezing peptide.
Bringing it back to 2002 in X-Files.
Okay,
when X-Files ended, so too came to be Resident Evil 0.
And MGS2. Okay, so what do you got? You got any shotgun? And dart.
I got...
Okay.
I think you need...
What? What is this?
It's like some basement music.
Yeah, this is... the PlayStation 1 just couldn't get horns right, apparently.
Which is weird. Like, there's like a lot of articles swearing up and down that the PS1 is a super great music player. Can you leave this guy? Is there anything in
Yeah.
here worth dying over?
No, we're just using that
Okay,
and then
yeah.
escaping.
See you later, fucker. Bye.
No, it is. We talked about it in one of our really early videos. Yeah, the PlayStation 2. Oh god, I'm bleeding again. The PlayStation 1 is a really good music player device, but the thing is that these games don't use CD audio. They
shit. Sorry.
They use synthesized audio.
I remember what you do now in this game. You you turn on the lasers and lure the dinosaurs into the lasers. And if I remember right, they have
it doesn't kill them or anything.
But they have a hilarious stun lock animation where they just
Yeah,
keep
they do.
walking into the lasers and being like,
yeah,
"Ow."
because you can come here before you go
Turn
talk
on the
to
laser,
the other
turn
guy.
on the laser. Oh, I can't wait. Ow!
Yeah, you may. Oh,
Look,
I got it
you're
too.
as smart as the Dino. He's like, I'm gonna get. I just can't. What could
Make some
possibly
dog
be in the way?
noises. He seriously is making dog noises. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on with our lives. Have you seen the? I'm guessing you haven't watched the X-Files re-series, have you?
No, I'm just watching X-Files because I feel like I need to keep in touch. I mean, I just basically Googled best episodes list, and I'm going through it. By the time I see 10 of them, I'll feel like I sufficiently have knowledge of pop culture.
That series was also almost all shot in Canada as well.
Huh.
It was
Look with their spooky
what's
forests.
this guy doing? It was all shot in Vancouver, I believe.
Yeah, you never actually killed this one, did you?
I'm sure I did.
You did.
No,
I
look
think
at
you
this
did.
survival horror combat. So good.
Yeah. Look at her one-hand the gun like a badass.
I bet she doesn't even use the sights. I bet she holds it sideways.
Nope. Okay.
Type in butts. Yes! Brother! Aw.
Nah. Anyway, so this is one of those survival horror game puzzles that are essentially like a brain teaser that you see on a playmat in a restaurant, where the illusion is that this is supposed to be like some sort of fancy lock system, but it's just a brain teaser where all you have to do is get rid of the letters that are on the key from the code. So anyone who has both the code and the disk can easily solve this, which makes this redundant, because then you might as well just use the disk.
So what's our puzzle here?
Yeah, so like you see the letters on the key, we have to remove them from the code and then type in what's left.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you keep the H, you keep the E.
It's just
head. Oh.
Yeah, the code is head.
Wow. Chef's room.
Yeah, it's the chef's room.
Well, with this Star Trek ass sound effect, we enter the chef's room.
Oh no! My favorite
It's the chief's
character.
Are you from the rescue team?
Look at how huge her butt is.
Yes, I am.
I want to
Do
go
you know
through
where I
these
can
series
find
and
Dr.
through both Resident Evil and Dino Crisis and count the amount of times a character monologues with or has dialogue with a character that is on the ground bleeding to death, because it happens so often.
Take this.
What's this for?
It's spooky and it's an exposition dump.
Told me. Extremely.
It happens
vital.
it happens at least twice in the first Resident Evil, which is something.
Saul.
Sol. Maybe we're gonna unlock the Solidus
Where is
room
she putting all these items?
in
Her butt, her massive butt.
Oh, maybe that's why her butt's so big. Because it's full of items.
Don't want none.
They're gigantic pouches. That's why. The code.
Yeah. Oh no. I think that's the first time I've ever had a Windows sound happen in these games. That's embarrassing.
Wow.
They got you.
I'm probably gonna cut that. Anyway, let's leave. He's no use to us now.
Wow.
Yeah. It's effed up.
We haven't reached corpse don't go away level of technology yet.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's always interesting to, like, it's too bad that it's so hard to track that kind of thing as a technology, because sometimes they just don't disappear. Sometimes they disappear like automatically like that just because it's a design decision, and sometimes it's because it's a technological limitation, and you can never tell which is which. Also, I don't know why I'm going back through.
Blew my mind. Oh god, like remember playing Morrowind for the first time? And you were like, everything stays. What?
The main thing, I don't know why this specifically blew my mind, but the main thing that blew my mind was when I forget which game it was now, but I was playing a game and a character was talking to me, and then I ran away from the character, and once I got far enough, instead of talking to me like in person, they just called me on my codec or whatever and talked to me through my radio instead, and I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, and now it's just like a given.
Well, yeah, because it's like you don't want to run away from characters and have them stop talking to you, but everyone in video games has radios. They video game protagonists and even secondary characters are pretty much entirely responsible for keeping the communications industry alive.
A entire character in Firewatch is the radio.
Like literally, they are inside the radio.
I've unlocked the shutters near the end.
Spoilers!
One more thing.
Then who was the fire?
Something on the monitor that looked human.
We had a Who Was Phone joke last episode, too.
Well, last series.
Keeping it
Last
classic.
year, whatever. Keeping it classic.
So now we have a destination.
Finally.
Cool.
It's weird. Sometimes they give you destinations, sometimes they don't. I
That
don't
joke
know.
was really good. Fuck you.
Also, I think it's really interesting that this game has a bleeding mechanism, which I haven't seen in many games outside of this and MGS2.
Mostly because